Hey there, it's Sandy back at the Solaris, and today I'm working on this Claudia's Creations Enchanted Pumpkin. And it looks like the finished size is 25 by 25. I'm hoping that I will be able to turn this into a pillow or a wall hanging or something. I'll decide after the top is done. So I'm working on the pumpkin right now. And I got this pattern from my local sewing store, the Sewing Source in Lake Villa. And I printed out the directions and I'm following the placement lines that I drew. I had to take a piece of fabric and measure it to size and then draw placement lines according to the pattern. And now I am sewing each section. And I'm just kind of moving it in the hoop through each section. So it's not, I don't know if I consider this an in the hoop project because it's different. It's like you hoop it and then you move it. You hoop it and you move it. So I like it so far. And it's drawn the leaves out. I've done the applique on those and now it's working on the tendrils. And the first one took a long time to sew out. Now I'm working on the outline for the tendrils. So I thought I'd share that because this is the first hooping of many. And I can't show the whole project, but I can show the fun parts and just share what I'm doing. And I'm making sure that's right. Okay, now it's going to do the outline. So this will be fun. It's a little bit different than what I have shared. I mean, I've done some embroidery and showing how I use patterns that I've imported. I have shared it in the hoop project. That one wasn't really that popular. I don't know, I think it was probably that I did it in 10 videos. I broke it up to try to make it easy, but then I linked each video to the other one, and I just think it's confusing. Now I know how to like combine videos and pause and cut and paste, and so if I ever do that again, that's what I'll probably do. But I've done, you know, edge to edge and that kind of embroidery. This is the first project I've done like this, and I had it for a year, so I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. You have any projects like that? This is one of many in my pile. So yeah, this is, I'll show you the Enchanted pumpkin. So it's working on this part right now. And then I'll keep moving the hoop, you know, into the different sections of the panel that I have cut out. And eventually it will look very cool. I just thought I'd share that with you real quick. Hopefully you're having fun doing some embroidery or sewing for Halloween. I don't usually decorate too much for Halloween. I decorate more for fall. I do have some things for Halloween, but not too much. I gave a lot of it away and donated a lot because it was getting old. And I just thought if I put anything else out, it will be, I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be something that you can store easy. That's another thing with the holidays. You get all these decorations, and then you got to find a place to store them. And if it's a good place, they'll store good and they'll be usable. But if it's not so good, or if they get old like mine did, they'll just start disintegrating. That's what I found out anyway. So this is what I'm doing, and I'll just let the embroidery continue for a little while. This one looks like it stitches out for 8 minutes, but this, I believe, is the end of the block. Yes. So this will be the end of my first block. And I'll have to take it out of the hoop, trim around that piece, and then start on the next block, which is that part, like the right side of the pumpkin. And then I continue, and it looks like it does. Leaves on the left side, that's one hooping, and then another hooping is the left side of the pumpkin. I'm just reading this out loud because I didn't really read ahead that much. And then tendrils on top of the pumpkin is one. The next one. And then it's, let's see, it's the single leaf on the left side of the pumpkin. Yeah. So it's leaves on the left side of the pumpkin. And then the center part of the pumpkin. I guess that's it, and then you trim the background and add on the borders. So, and after you add on the borders, you either turn it into a wall hanging and add the binding, or you can add the binding. That color is pretty around the outside, so I'll probably do that and then turn it into a pillow. I don't really have a place to hang something this large, 25 by 25. So yeah, it'll probably be a pillow. Yeah, this should be fun. But to start off, I had to measure a piece of my background fabric and then make markings on it, the center, and then measure out so much on each side, and then measure up on each side. So it was like a grid on the front of the fabric. So this is, it's kind of like in the hoop, only you're using just a piece of fabric instead of sewing various pieces in the hoop and I mean embroidering the various pieces in the hoop and then sewing those pieces together. I like this idea. I've never done it this way, so as long as I've measured okay, I should be good. And I did double check my measurements, so you can kind of see. Here's the cross here, and then up and down, up there. There's the top of my hoop square, and so I just centered it in the middle and started it off. Yeah, so it's a little bit different way of doing it. Maybe you guys have done things like this before. But this is the first one I've done like this, and I really like it so far. It's really pretty. It's turning out really pretty. So if you want me to share more, I will. Maybe I'll share it when I get closer to the end. Okay, I hope you like this video, and give the video a like, subscribe. If you like my channel, send it to a friend that might want to have the same goals, a journey using this machine. Not only using the machine, but also doing various projects on the machine, because that really helps all those features inside the machine to sink in if you keep using them. And that's my goal. So again, thanks for watching. Take care.